editor to our students, right? So we'll go a little bit more further now. Now, if I want to make, I'll create the third level games and I'll just delete this. I do not want to save this. Again, I'll create the new level. Say this is my new level over here. If I'll start and play, let's start play buttons. Again, it's better to create the new file. Start and stop and start and display. Here you can see the script editor is a little bit gone. So again, let's open into the new project or new game character, third person character. Double click on that, just create a new project. Now what I require, I need to make animations like once of my game character reach to this trigger, right, reach to this particular area, the ball or any objects will get fall. So that is the trigger way we can achieve that effects. And there is a one more thing in edit plugin. There is a one plugin called the Apex. This is not installed. I'll just click this Apex and say restart now. Save selected. I'll just save and save selected on the same file. This will get reopen over here. We'll see the more. So now when we correct the use of the BP is important to three this reason why the the blueprint is important. Future proofings, easily we can elaborate or edit as per our requirement. Collaboration with the help of C++ and with the help of this we can achieve that. I'll just open the new project over here. Just 1 second. I'll just duplicate my screen over here. So this project is getting open over here. Display and this duplicates. Collaboration is there. Display. Okay. Performance in with the help of blueprints, we are getting a little bit faster. The animations. I'll just stop it again. Stop and do again present that. So if you see this node here, we can see there are multiple nodes we can edit. Right? Here you can see again double click. Go to the next clip. Here you can see this is the multiple node, various node we can add. This is depending upon the requirement, level, character, what action he has to do. Here you can see each and every variables has defined with the different color. Color is very, very important when we are understanding the blueprint. I'll go to the next page. Now blueprint, before we start some terminology, blueprint BP we call the blueprint classes BP plus C++ entitles native C++ we are using it. If you see the blueprint, so in blueprint C++ is using data tables, curves is also using data assets, child actors, interface, different libraries we have, frameworks we have, different components we have, inheritance we have, right? So this is all tools can be used into the blueprint. So let's see that that level is open now. Let's see Apex destructions. Oh, let me just check it. I'll just check it over here. Let's close. Let's search. Let's close this also. This is already installed. Now what I'll do, I'll create the new level first. New level over here. Now what I'll do, I'll just drop this sphere over here. If I'll select this sphere, if I'll do the right click here, we have options. Browse to asset. Now it will indicate in content browser where this sphere is located. If I want to use that option is not applied over here, let me close this again. I will not save this, just give me 1 minute. I'll just close this also assets. I will close the Unreal. Let's open the new project. Again, go to the library, launch 4.2.54. Now what I want to do the ball animations. Once my character into that trigger, the ball automatically will started to the simulation. Plus, after colliding with on the ground, it will get converted into the particle systems. It get explode once it's collide with the ground, right? Let's just start and the play to see play. Yeah. uh, Again, new create the new project over here. Third person's games, I will not save this time again. So what meaning of the inheritance means? If parents and child relationships, right? If I've added more objects in my scene, that way I can do variations in that. Let things, the this projects will get opens over here. Yeah, see, this is the working. Now what I'll do first, I'll create a new level. This is my new level. Now what I'll do, I'll check that sphere over here. This is my sphere, right? So what I'll do right click on my object and say browse to the asset. Yeah, and I can add event here as well also. If I want to add event for an examples, on clicked, so it will automatically will add in that event graph, right? So I hope soon in very new sessions and every sessions I'll try to explain browse to asset. Right click on this browse. Still that license, that plugin is not installed, say edit, again go to the plugins and search for the apex destructions. Click on that apex destructions. So this happened into the Unreal. Save selected, save. In previous, I guess there are lots of Unreal file was open, that's why it was not saved. Let's see, open this. It easily will get open over here. Now what I'll do, after clicking on that asset, I will get, there is one option destructions, right? So we'll see that how we can do the dynamic simulation. Like, it is really very simple and easy to do. Just give me the 1 minute, is this the file is loading up. I'll just delete this. Let's see, that new level is recent level is untitled. Yeah, it's there. Now if I'll select, right click and say browse in asset, it's here. Right click on that. Here we have create destructible mesh. After installing that Apex, we are seeing this option. If I'll click over here, it's showing it is already there. Let's delete this. I do not require reference. Let's do not delete this. Create destruction, let it be to the override. Otherwise what will happen, yesterday I deleted this peer from the Unreal only. I was getting this blank error, so I have reinstalled it again. So once you click from in your content, create destructible mesh, say yes, you want to override it, yes, this tab will get open. See, in this tab what options we have here? We have the maximum Voruni cell site count. How much count you want? 25. I'll just click on this explode. Here it's not gonna work. Why? Because we need to click on this fracture mesh. So as of now I'll increase this into 80 and click on this fracture mesh. It hardly take 1 or 2 minutes to show us that explode amount over here. So how many distractions we required here? You can see this is how things is there. If you want to increase more, make it more 100 and click on this fracture mesh over here. Click on this is assigning, again click over here. So more particles, or more parts we are getting of that sphere. Now click over here, enable impact damage, yes, we required, and this damage has to be the one, right? Random seed you want, if you want to make a random seed, yes, you can do that. Again, if you click over here, some the shits are changed. Again, click on the save. I'll go over here, which DM I have created, just drag and drop, pull it up. I'll just select this spear, I'll delete this. Spare references level blueprint. Do you really want to delete this? Will break references. Okay, let's delete that. I'll just select this. If I'll start it to play this, oh, box is there. Sorry, I'll just pull that. I'll put it that into the wrong side. I'll just select and put over here. I'll put this spear over here. So if I'll start and play to see that, see it's that, but it is not falling. Why that so? Because there are no event or the collision is applied to that. Now select that spear and we can see the outliners or into the detail panels over here. Physics, simulation physics, yes. Now if I'll start and play, see this, right? Very easy and achievable movement we can do. If I'll select more over here and try to scale it up and say start and play, so this will get up, right? We can add the more element. For an example, I add the cube over here. I'll not select anything, control and top, control and middle mouse. This box is there, so that is with the help of the side view. So we'll come to know now where I'm putting my box. Select this. So this box is there. Press F. We are going inside. I'll just move that cube over here and I'll just try to scale that cube in this way. Don't select, control and middle mouse, drag it. So this I can make into rotate and I can make this way. Right. So again, if I'll go and start, this is dynamically. See this? Now thing is that what I required, this is starting, right? It's by default it's falling. If I'm not entering into my trigger, because I have not created trigger, I have not added the blueprint into my screen. So what I do, right? So now we'll open a blueprint class for that, right? Or add, I'll go to my blueprint which I've created early. It is not saved because this is a new, right? If I'll go to my geometry, startup cutscene, third person's animations actor, let's see where we have put it. Basic shape, this is here. So here I'll say create blueprint. We'll create the blueprint actor this time, right? And I'll give this to a name, ball underscore fall, right? I'll double click on that. So here what we'll do, now we'll import our DM, spear DM, which we have created. This is there, just drag and drop over here into my blueprint, right? Now once I'll do the blueprint over here, now what I'll do, I'll select into my add component and I'll go to the my box collision. Now always we need to see this is the child has to be the of the spear, right? I'll move this scale and put a little bit more scalar size. If any person or any character once enter into this ball will fall, right? Again do the compile. So this is the logic what we are using for this. Now into the box there is one option is called the collision. Now into the collision here you can see the collision preset. So I will make it into a custom, because if I'm not using the custom, these all are locked. So first of all I'll say ignore all. I want only when pawn or any my character walk through, in that time it get overlap, right? So this is the like setting we have to select it our the box collisions. ignore all, and for the pawn we need to do the overlap on, right? We'll try to compile and save, plus there has to be the one event on over begin. Click on this, so it will add one node into the event graph. From the viewport, select your this, click over here into the on component. First we did the collision. This the collision changes we have did. Custom collision preset, we use the custom. Pawn on, then go down, events, collision begin events, so it's added the node over here. Now what it will do, I'll just drag and drop one of my character enters in this box. This will do simulation. Simulation sphere. Simple. That's it. No more tricks in that. Says simulate. Right? Here you can simulate on, do the compile and save. So what I'll do, I'll just drag these things over here, go over here, and first we'll say build all level because we added the elements over here. Now what I'll do, which is the script which I have created, right? It is calculating this add will go. See, gone. So what I'll do, first of all, I'll remove because I already have created script for that. If I'll select and drag this over here, this is my box or trigger. Don't select, control and middle mouse up. Select this sphere. If anyone character and once they have entered this trigger or enter this the cube or the box, my sphere or my simulations will start. See this? Now go select and play. Just see that. See, again, if I want to edit this also, I'll need to go to my viewport. I'll select this child. I'll increase this into a little bit more. Or you want to, it's sometimes in the cave. Once you enter, there are lots of the debris and the all stones started to get fall. So this is some kind of the element we can do with the help of this blueprint. That is very simple but very effective. Blueprint compile error. Let's see what error we are facing. Simulate compile error. It's there. It is working on. If I'll say play, one or more blueprint is unresolved to compile error. Okay, let's see that. Was the error is there? See, there is a one error. No. Anyway, my animation is perfectly playing over here. So that is no problem. I'll just say play and say play in editors. If I'll select this, see this started to get fall. So this is the very simple and easy way we can do that. We can achieve this. Again, play in editors. Why that's so? Let's see this. This is the perfect. If I'll go to my viewport, I'll just select these collisions. If I want to change the materials, I can do that. If I want to add more material presets, I can select and add that as well. Compile, double click on that material, so material editor will get open over here. See, right, start and display, play into the editors. See, this has started to get. So this is how we can achieve kind of the effects into the blueprint, right? Cool. So now there is a one more way we can convert, how we can give our keyboard if I want to turn on and off light with the help of my keyboard. How I'll do that? So the new projects, games, and again into the third persons and create the new project. Do not save. So my new projects will get open over here. Now what I required, I'll create the light in my scene. Now if I want to add a blueprint for that, now if I'll press E or if I'll press any keyboard in my scene, right, my light will, I can turn on and off that light in my scene. If I'll just start and play and just check that, yes, this is the playing wonderfully. So what I want as of now, I'll create the light, say spotlight into my scene, drag it up. I'll just play with the intensity or I can change the color of my light. Now what I want, if I'll press E in my keyboard, right, my light can get turned on and off. First I'll just click and say build all level, let's that error gone because that light I have added over here. This is compiling, but error will go. If we'll go again, I already told you that in if I'll go third person game blueprint, here we have the blueprint for that. This is my third person game controller game mode we have. Now what I'll do, I'll create a blueprint for the level. That node will get over here. See, this is the node. If I drag and drop over here. Now what I want in my light, if I'll select my light, there is a one option is called visibility. Performance, light function, light, yeah. Visibility on and off I want to do with help of my keyboard during my gameplay, right? So what I'll do first, I'll select my light, I'll go over here, right click and say create reference point. Here we are not doing the collision as of now, we'll just create the reference. Okay, this is my light reference, this is the node which we have over here. Now what it has to do, I'll press right click, input, spacebar E. I need to search over here, go up. Here we'll started to see if I'll move my mouse or keyboard, here we can say XYZ. When I'll press X, this has to be do functions. When do Y, E is a better, we can do enable on and off. E will come here. Yeah, this is the E. So when I'll press E, what function do? When I'll release D, what functions do? That I can do into my blueprint editor. Right, so first of all I'll need to do the compile. I'll just drag this to down. Now I'll just select and say what it has to do, set visibility, set visibility spotlight component, because I need to add a spotlight, right? Visibility, because I already shown you we need to do visibility on and off that of my light. Say once I'll go into my contains or the spotlight over here, I'll just go down rendering visible. The same node I need to do, once I'll click on this set visibility, this light component node will automatically will add. We can search set visibility light component spotlight component. This will add automatically this node, right? Now this is the like the target set visibility is on and off. Now what I'll do, once I'll press E is, this is the new connection which I'll do. This will get on compile. When I'll press E, its visibility is off. So I'll start and play E. See, my light is off. If I'm pressing continuous E, This is not coming up. Again, select, play. If I'll go there, here you can see this is the real-time shadow I'm getting to my character. If I'm pressing E again and again, my light is not coming. So what I'll do, I've created my spotlight, then I've set visibility on, right? Now what I'll do, I'll just copy of this set visibility. Now I'll say released. On this same release, my visibility if on. New visibility false. That will get off. This is on, this is off. If I compile, I am getting this error. Now I've created this variable, but for which my spotlight component is not connected with my target. Here you can see this is connected with the target. Just drag and drop over here and say compile. Your error will go. If I'll select over here, again I'll go start and play E. See, if I'm releasing E, light is coming because in that node it was released. Till when I'll press E, light is not visible. Whenever I'll just release E, on and off. That is for the good effects if I want to do, but not how we can do that. Right? If I want to do turn on and off, so for that what I'll do, I'll release this component. I do not require, and I'll release place also. So for that what I'll do, there is a one node is called, drag and drop to this, flip and flop. Flip and flop is the node. Now when I'll pray A, that means pressed A, this visible is on. Once I'll press it again, this target will get on. And again do the compile. So I'm not using this release option, I'm just only using these praised options. Select, and this time just start and play over here. If I'll go this side, press C, on, off, on, off. So that is a very easy, and I'm getting into the real time this shadow effects. Right? So this is the power of the blueprint. So that is a depend how we can do. If I want to make my actor, this is the way we can do that. But this is how you can start the lecture. If you want to try to understand what is exactly the blueprint is, how we can achieve as per our requirement, as per our the nodes demand, right? If I'll press over here, and for an example, if I'll create the new characters, I'll do not save this. This is my new character. Let's create a blueprint class. Here I will add a character or actor. Actor I have just added, double click on that. I'll create the add component. For example, if I'm adding a box, no, I'm adding a cube, CUBE cube, yes. I've added this cube in my scene. Now if you see into the previous, the file, whenever I'll move my camera is moving. So that is how we can create. If I'll add component over here, camera, so my camera is become a child of this my cube. If I'll select this my cube, I'll just pull this to up, compile, and if I'll drag and drop into my scene, here you can say this is where we can create our blueprint or character. I'll just select and rotate this my camera over here. Again I'll click on compile, so this automatically will see this. But we can give the multiple when I'll move these, or if I'm playing these games, right? Cinematic play this game. Different my camera is not able to add because I need to add that camera in my default gameplay. But with the help of this, the blueprint we can create the actors. For the same way, if I'm importing or creating a blueprint class, actors, double click on this blueprint. This is the mesh. This mesh is empty as of now. If you want to add mesh in that, skeleton max, see the marquee I added, just drag and pull it down over here. If you want to add the animations, character movement you want to add, so there are different way we can add to our animated presets into this, right? If you want to add component, I can create the camera, or if I want to add animations in mesh, important, just select, drag and drop. You can rotate the camera, you can do the headshot. But if you want to do the movement as per the the preset what we have, third game generator, that also you can do that. Whatever I've created, I'll just drag over here. I'll just put this. If you'll see over here, by default it's showing into the over the shoulder of that camera, right? So there are different multiple movement we can do parallelly, right? So I'll end my sessions over here. I hope everyone is understood about the basic of the blueprint, how we can add, how we can, create the movement, how we can create the light switch on and off. So different way we have used this. Thank you so much, guys.